Um, okay, recording in progress. Wonderful. Thank you so much. So, thank you everyone for being here. I am super grateful. Um, I hope that it's okay, but I did pull a card from an artist that I just love her work, and this is an insightful card. And I thought it was really interesting that I pulled this card. Um, This is her artwork is so beautiful. But it says, community, we are woven together, recognize the virtue in all, gather with souls who inspire, honor each other's uniqueness, request help when in need, and offer support when able, and trust in community. I thought that was a very suiting card for today, so I had to share. Okay, I'm going to share my screen, and I'd like to welcome everyone again for being here. And let's share the screen. Sorry, guys. All right. All right. Can everyone see my screen? A thumbs up if you want. That would be great. I should be starting at the, okay. All right. Here we are. We're just going to put this in full screen. That's good. That's good. All right. So, as Rachel said, we are here to discuss the social media engagement and success for small business. And today's theme is staying relevant, being seen, and showing up with purpose. So, the session is for the passionate business owner, multi-passionate solopreneur, and someone who doesn't want to dance anymore for algorithms and wants to understand social media better so that it actually works for them and their business. If you've ever stared at your screen and you're like, I don't know what to post, then you're in the right place. Thanks for spending your lunch with me. Um, and please let me know in the comments where you're tuning in from and what your business is. If you have a business or if you're starting a business or thinking of one, please share. I'd love to hear. We would love to hear from you. And we hope to help you ditch overwhelm and hope that you can actually figure out social media with purpose. So without further ado, let's make social media finally make sense for you. I'm hoping that today you will walk away with some clarity, some strategy, and practical steps that you can apply today. If you have any questions, to please put them in the comments, and we'll have a question period at the end so that we can address any questions, any concerns, and have a little discussion afterward. Okay. And let's pop over to the chat. Kim, thank you. Cash flow, growth solutions. Wonderful. Where are you from, Kim or Kimberly?
I'm in Fergus.
Oh, great. And then we have Mabel, owner of Mary's Cafe in the Old Post. Awesome. Wonderful. Melanie, Fairbro Electric Services in Mount Forest. Super. Very local. Everybody's very local, which is wonderful. Okay. Awesome. I will make sure to pop in into your businesses and say hello. All right. So I'll just give you a little intro about myself. I'm a business empowerment and coach and digital designer. So I've had 25 years of experience in the creative field. I was a in-house graphic designer. I started off doing my own business as a freelancer and creating greeting cards, wedding invitations, all custom in the day when we did not have, well, we had internet, so I'm not that old, but everything was done by hand, really custom. And 3 years ago, I got certified as a soul life coach, and I love working on websites. and the platform I use is Wix. It's a great platform. There is a free version of it, but I love the Wix website because it's allows me to be creative. I've worked WordPress and used code. Don't like it. Hate code. But I blend strategy and soul for businesses. And yeah, I'm a multi-passionate soulpreneur. I'm coming to you from Southgate in Con, and I'm in my little studio. It's off grid, but I love working here. It's so full of light and great energy in here. So, without further ado, here is our agenda. We're going to be talking about social media, the myths versus the truths, what's working right now, aligning social media with your business goals, social media without hustle, and then an action plan as we wrap up with question period. So, social media, the first social media myth I would love to talk to you about today is how to beat the algorithms to succeed. So, we're all like hate algorithms because it's always changing, and depending on the platform you're working on or being social on, it's a slightly different. So um, I want you to think about algorithms in, try to think of it as this way. So algorithm, the perception, um, it, so let me start over. The algorithms help shape our perception of the world when we're on social media, even like if you're getting your news from online and stuff like that. So it can be complicated, but each platform works a little differently. And the platform is like your favorite restaurant with all the options. You're looking at the menu, and the server is the algorithm. So you've come to this restaurant frequently, you're there all the time. You've got your favorites, and your server wants to make you happy. So it's going to, they're going to bring you the things that make you happy. So the things like, what you watch, what you're saving, what you're commenting on, those are the things that you're going to get a lot of. And it's the server's job to keep you happy so that you keep scrolling. So basically that is what the algorithm is. And in essence, we want it to work to our benefit so that our dream client can find us. And you can quickly hear, like, I'll just quickly read this out for you. So the truth about algorithm isn't that it's your enemy. It's designed to connect with relevant content, with interested people. When you focus on clarity and consistency and value, the algorithm actually works with you, not against you. So the second myth would be more followers equals success. Not necessarily true, because of course it's always lovely to see those vanity metrics, but are they actually buying from you? So 100 engaged followers who buy from you are more valuable than 10,000 passive followers. Quality of relationships equals likes. Social media is about building trust and connection, not just collecting numbers. The third myth is you need to post every day on every platform. Not true at all. This is going to lead to burnout. And I'm sure most of you are only, even though you may have accounts on several platforms for your business, you really are only focusing on one, which is completely fine. You have to work, you have to work where what works best for you and where you're meeting your clients. So burnout doesn't grow businesses. Strategic, consistent posting on the right platform for your audience is far more effective than being everywhere all the time. Fourth myth, going viral is a goal. Yeah, of course, it would be lovely to go viral, but I know so many people that have gone viral, and it really hasn't given them any more business. It's grown their numbers, but not any more business. So the virality can give you a quick boost, but sustainable business growth comes from building community, nurturing leads, converting followers into clients, and a reel might go viral, but relationship is what pays the bills. Myth number five, social media is separate from your business strategy. Um, so I get asked a lot, do I create a separate business account versus my personal account? It depends on your business, but your business is going to grow based on your connections. People want to trust who their business is. They want to make sure that there's a person behind there, and not a robot, an AI, or like it's all about people, and people buy from people. So in my case, I have a backup account just because I've had the situation where um, my account was hacked. So I do have a backup account, but focus on one account on Instagram. It's my personal account as well as my business account, because I'm coming to it as I'm being social, I'm interacting with my community, and this is me. This is what I do. And it makes connections with people, right? So moving on, I'd love to hear who and what, where you're from, like what you're social on, if you are social, because sometimes some people aren't even that social and they want to be more social with their business. Surprising, Raja and I were just talking about this. There's a lot of businesses in the Minto area that really are not on social media. Um, and I mean, it's a nice thing, but at the same time, um, it's nice to be relevant and seeing where your clients are coming from. So which platform do you primarily are you primarily social on? I'd love to hear that in the chat if you wouldn't mind taking a minute to do that. So May is on Instagram and Facebook. Kim, I'm not social, just website right now. Awesome. That works well too. And we have just ventured into Facebook pages for business. Wonderful. Instagram and Facebook. Awesome. Well, good news is if you've said Facebook, Facebook is the still the reigning champion of social media. Um, I'm on both, but I am not very active on Facebook. I'm on Instagram primarily. I like it. Maybe it's just because I'm a creative person and I like to see pictures and videos and things like that, whereas I find Facebook is a little bit more cumbersome. But yeah, so I've just put some stats here that I found were really interesting about some different platforms that are social. So, what's working right now for 2025? As I said, it's about people, not the platform. So, I've put together this little chart here, and it's a very quick reference guide. You can see Facebook. So, if you have a group and you like to go live, lives are great for business. If you've got a new product coming out and you want to do a launch, great opportunity to do lives. If you're a service provider, great to provide groups. In Facebook, you can, invite users in there and go live also in your group. Instagram, Reels, carousels. Carousels are the static pictures, photos, like you have a series of them, but you can also incorporate video into carousels. So reels are videos, carousels are a series of images or video. And then um, TikTok and Instagram are quite similar. A lot of times what's going on in TikTok can be duplicated in Instagram, like as far as algorithms and the way it's performing. Then there's YouTube. YouTube Shorts are a great way. Like if you're posting to Instagram and you've been thinking about going on YouTube, um, take your Instagram posts and share them as YouTube Shorts. Pinterest, a great platform. It's so underutilized. It is a search engine, but there's no like with the algorithms in Facebook and Instagram and TikTok. I'm not on TikTok, but from what I do know of TikTok, it's very short-lived. So when you post, even though your post is still sitting on your account in your account, it's short-lived in the algorithm world. So, but Pinterest, if somebody's searching a particular subject and your business comes up, your post comes up, it could be from 5 years ago and it may still be relevant. So it's a great platform to stay to post and um, become found in search engines. Then there's LinkedIn, which is more of a B2B. It's a great place if your business is for the accounting, great place to be posting it on there for your business. So we'll dive into Facebook. So what's working for Facebook right now? As I mentioned, groups. So communities are still um, are still a conversion machine. Intimate spaces for connection, great for um, like I said, service providers, maybe a coach, a therapist, um, more intimate groups where you want to have a more of a one-to-one. Live video Q&As outperform static posts for visibility and trust. Events, if you're hosting events, is a free way to promote workshops, launches, local business happenings. Also, I mean, there's Marketplace, which I believe has taken over for Kijiji, and there's some other platforms too that you can do like Virage and things like that. But pretty well, Facebook Marketplace has taken over the garage sale or even promoting your business on Marketplace. So, and local targeting for brick and mortar and service providers, hyper local reach is key. And then for Instagram, we have Reels. They rule. Short, relatable, value-packed clips still get the most reach. Carousels that educate, their little mini guides or storytelling posts drive saves and shares. Use a combination of static and video. Story. I love using stories. It's a great way to interact. It's a quick way to promote a product. Um, it's a great way to posting to your stories, hey, I'm working from 10 to 12 today. I'm off in the afternoon. So if you're looking to reach me, this is the time that you can reach me. You can post quizzes, polls, questions. It's really a great way to be active with your followers and your customers, potential customers. Also DMs. Instagram favors accounts that start conversations because replying to comments and feedback through your DMs builds trust. And then we have TikTok. So authenticity, polish, quick, polished, quick, real, unfiltered content beats studio quality video. So that pretty well speaks for itself. And then storytelling hooks. Here's what no one tells you about. And like that's just an example of how you would start a video. And then 3 minutes like those are just examples of what you could post on TikTok and what is trending. Behind the scene tips, educational content with a personal twist grows trust, and then cross posting, repurpose reels, shorts for TikTok, native captions and sound work best. So what that means is when you post to TikTok, TikTok favors those that you've used the music and you've added captions based on the platform. So you haven't taken something that you've created, for example, on Instagram with the captions and everything and the music from Instagram into TikTok. And actually, there's a lot of times music does not um, work like it. So if you used a music clip on Instagram, it may not be allowed on TikTok. So that's another tip to really consider. Um, but even Instagram too, like Meta really prefers you to create on the platform. And then it really helps to boost your reels and your posts when you do create it directly on the platform. So for YouTube, YouTube Shorts, huge growth, perfect for repurposing Reels, TikToks. If you're posting on Instagram and you're considering YouTube, put your Reels out onto YouTube. It's really easy to do. There's a slight resizing probably, but it's a great way to get more reach. So how to explainer videos, evergreen traffic magnets, consistent weekly uploads, occasional viral hits, community tabs, polls, images, and updates keep subscribers engaged between videos. And then we have Pinterest. So Pinterest is a great place for pinning your ideas, um, for people to look for and search for examples, inspiration. So highly discoverable perform like Reels, but are searchable long term. Search-based strategy, keywords in titles, descriptions, and graphics equal better reach. Seasonal content trend between 45 to 60 days ahead. Plan holiday and seasonal campaigns early. Evergreen appeal, pin live on pin live for months of or years, unlike the fleeting feeds of Instagram and Facebook and TikTok. And then here's LinkedIn. It provides the thing that's working right now is personal storytelling, outperforming corporate style updates. So even though it's a B2B, like I said, we prefer to work with people. So we want to make sure that we're connecting with the right people, getting the right energy. So native video and carousels, especially effective for thought leaders. Conversation-driven content, open-ended questions drive comments and reach. Creator mode and newsletter boosts visibility, authority, and list building. So what's working right now? Basically, you pick a platform and a strategy and focus on that, and that will help beat the overwhelm because you're not meant to be on every platform. You have to figure out what makes you feel good, that's not going to burn you out, and where are your clients, and focus from there. So, aligning your social media with your business goals. This is so important. This is so important. So, start with your business objective. So, are you looking to grow sales? Are you looking to get more bookings and signups? Map your customer journey, awareness, engagement, and conversion. How to repurpose one idea across platforms without reinventing the wheel. That's what I was talking about. And repurposing your reels for YouTube and trending tips. Use AI tools for batching, scheduling while keeping your voice authentic. So, mapping your customer journey, um, guiding viewers for curiosity to commitment. Without a map, you risk creating content that looks good but doesn't lead anywhere. So, you always have to have an end goal. So, if you're posting and you may be posting inspirational quotes and things like that, that's wonderful. But that's really not going to bring you clients into your business. So you want to, if you're posting inspirational quotes, that's making them aware of you. It's saying, oh, she or he is, um, I'm liking where they're going with this. So engagement, you want to build that trust. And then conversion, and they want when they start to trust you, they will buy from you. But don't stop. You got to nurture those existing customers. So that's where updates, exclusive tips, and celebrating your wins, that's that's huge. And your future client sees how you are nurturing your current client, that builds additional trust. Happy customers become your best marketers. So UGC, meaning user, I always have to think about this one, user generated content. So basically, for example, I did a Reiki session. I had a Reiki session done on me on Monday, and I took one of her tips that she had given me and I posted it to my stories and found so many people asking about where I had my Reiki done. So that Reiki practitioner was able to get some extra eyeballs on her account and on her business. So it was like so that's considered a user-generated content. Also, it's kind of like a review and referral. So avoiding burnout with social media, avoiding burnout, social media without the hustle. So less is more approach, post with purpose and not pressure, content batching and templates to save time, boundaries, how often to show up without living online, engagement hacks, 15 minutes a day for your strategy, commenting on DMs and stories and things like that. Um, okay. So here are some tips for setting boundaries. Um, Decide your non-negotiables. So pick your posting rhythm and what feels doable for you. So you're going to pick your platform and then you're going to decide where and when I'm going to post. It doesn't have to be, I would just put an example here of 3 times a week versus daily. Um, I at the beginning of the year, I had started where I was doing Mondays, I was doing inspiration, and I kind of broke up my week by specific topics. So inspiration on Monday, because everybody's like, it's the beginning of the week and you just need that little extra boost. Tuesdays was more educational, and Wednesday was a tip of how to work on your website and like things that can be added to your website to bring more eyeballs to your website. So the second thing is batch and automate, create content in blocks so that you're not posting in panic mode. Now, not to say that if something inspires you and you want to post, then you can include that. But it's really good to have a schedule or even some kind of idea of what subjects you're going to be posting about. And then I've just listed some scheduling tools that you can use that helps. So you would spend an hour or two creating your content, and then you would schedule it with these tools here, and then they would, it could be a month, however long you want to post it for or schedule it for. And then stop comparing. Remember, algorithm shifts daily, but relationships always matter. Focus on the quality of your engagement, your DMs, your comments, your conversions or conversations. And then creating an offline ritual. So no phones in the morning, device-free meals, and weekly digital detox blocks your creativity, expands sorry, I read that wrong. Your creativity expands when you give your brain a downtime. So I put my phone on Do Not Disturb. Um, it actually pops up if I'm on Instagram when I've set the timer, and it'll tell me that you're supposed to be on Do Not Disturb mode. And I actually feel guilty when that pops up and I'm still on Instagram. Like, okay, I better wrap this up. Um, so protect your energy with boundaries. Set office hours for your social media engagement. Um, Mute or unfollow accounts that drain or trigger. Post, engage for 10 minutes, and then log off. I try to do that because I find that I go on Instagram I have to check something for a client, and next thing you know, it's an hour later because I've got distracted. Easy to do. So redefine your success because success isn't about posting 24/7. It's about building consistency in a way that feels good and sustainable for you. So your next steps, pick one platform to focus on, choose one strategy to test this week, and then block 30 minutes for content batching. Engage with purpose, not pressure. Track your progress and then adjust. So social media is a tool, not your boss. Show up with purpose, start simple, and let it support your business, not run it. Um, Many of us are like with the whole algorithms, we're so obsessed about making sure that we're doing what there's so many social media marketing experts out there telling us that, oh, if you sign up for this, you're going to make 10,000 followers by the end of the month. But really, it's about making those connections, feeling good about how you're posting and how your business is being shown, how your business is showing up online so that you can build that trust with your dream client. So the three big takeaways from today's presentation, it's about people, not platforms. Don't post to please the algorithms, post to serve your audience, and show up with balance, not burnout. So I've given you some extra tips here from what we've just discussed, from what just been telling you. So engagement beats algorithms. Stop chasing hack and vanity metrics. Your business doesn't grow because of likes. It grows through meaningful connection. Purpose-driven content wins every time. You don't need to be on every platform doing all the things. You just need to show up where your ideal audience hangs out and do it with intention. Oh, I'm so sorry about that. Uh, oh dear. Can hear my dog in the background. That's the one thing about being out here. And sorry, back to what I was saying, reading here. So social media without burnout is possible. Consistency doesn't mean 24/7. So learn how to batch, repurpose, and create content that works smarter, not harder. Practical strategies to spend less time scrolling and more time growing your business. So I'm going to take this opportunity now. Let's have a chat and really talk about if you've got any questions, what's come up for you. And yeah, I'm going to stop recording and we can have a chat. Let's see what we've got in the comments here. Would this information be shared afterwards? Yes, we are definitely sharing this information. It's being recorded and I will be providing a PDF of my presentation. So with Facebook, there is most of you were on Facebook. And if you're on Facebook, are you on Facebook for your business or are you on Facebook personally? Just for social purposes.
Both.
May, did you want to
No, I said both. Sorry.
yeah, you're on both.
Yeah.
And which platform do you prefer?
Instagram.
Yeah. And may I ask why Instagram?
I find it's easier to put the videos together on Instagram than it is on Facebook. So
Right.
I usually I've connected the Facebook and Instagram together. So once I post on Instagram, automatically goes on Facebook. But since you early on you had said let's talk and discuss. So my issue is I don't have a problem putting stuff together, taking pictures, recording things. Like I love doing all of that. But
Right.
I tend to freeze when I have to now put everything together on social media, type stuff out, like, make it make sense. That's where I kind of have that mental block. I can literally sit down for hours and I still don't know what to put together. And that's always, I don't know, it seems to be my mental blockage. And I don't know how to past that stage. Like I can create content, put stuff together, do a recording, but to kind of finalize it and post it has always been my issue.
Okay. Um, I'm- so you've got the content, you've put it together, but you can't do that final stage of posting it. Is that right? Is that what I understood?
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
Okay. Um, would it be easier for you to use Instagram stories and maybe you could do like morning today's specials, like come in for your, it doesn't even, it could be a picture of your chalkboard if you have a chalkboard with your daily specials,
Yeah.
and then post that to your stories. And then maybe that will help you um, get the content that you've created. You're on the platform. You might as well post. And it doesn't
Mm.
have to be perfect. It does not have to be perfect. Actually, it's better than it's not perfect because then people see you and connect with you because then it gives them permission to be themselves.
Yeah, I think maybe that's a mental blockage because you want it to be perfect, and
Yeah.
every time you put it together, you start seeing flaws and like, I don't want to like this, I don't want to like that, I don't want to like that, and then you
Oh,
keep
trust me,
deleting and
I am the
changing.
same. I am the same.
All right,
Yeah.
thank you. I appreciate that.
Reja, you have your hand up.
Yeah, I have a question. So, for people who are still new to this, how do you know where your followers are? You said choose a platform that your followers use.
Yeah.
How can you determine if your followers are using Facebook versus Instagram? Like, how can you determine that? How do you know?
A very good question. That's a very good question. So I guess it depends on your business. Um, if you're more catering to other businesses, I would say LinkedIn. Try to focus on LinkedIn. But nowadays, a lot of people already have social media as their for their own personal use. So I would say starting there. So if you're using Facebook for personal uses, and Facebook has is the largest reach, that would probably be make the most sense is to work on Facebook and get that going. Um, I'm a lot like May. I like Instagram. I find it easier there's more opportunity on Instagram to be creative with your posts than it is on Facebook. Um, but like I said, Facebook has the biggest reach. So if you're not on any social platforms, I would say starting with Facebook. But if you're doing B2B, then LinkedIn.
I have another question.
Okay.
Okay, so social media has evolved. In the beginning, it was post your status, post your photos, and that would get traction. But I've noticed now that videos and short videos work better. What's your advice on how often should you post videos and what type of videos? And I like to use Instagram more. I agree with you. I find it's more creative. I like the stories because you can post a story, it disappears in 24 hours. And if you want something to stick on your profile, you use the post and then you can reshare that. And I like that about Instagram. With Facebook, I feel like your posts get lost with everybody else's post sometimes. So
Yeah.
that's my
Yeah. And
takeaway.
even if you wanted to share your post that you posted to Facebook and you share it to stories, it's very limited on, like with Instagram, you can have your, like if you've got audio going, you can turn on captions so that if somebody is visual or audio impaired, they can read your post, or if they're in a spot that they can't turn up the volume, they can read what you're saying. Whereas I find Facebook doesn't have that option. At least I haven't seen it. Maybe it's something that's coming out, but I haven't seen it. Um, but we all love video. We love to see how people are interacting. Um, And you can use video in your carousels mixed in with your photos. Some people don't want to show themselves. Then I would often suggest it can be even just a picture of your desk. Maybe you're working, maybe you've set up your phone and videotape, do a recording of you working at your computer. Maybe it's even shooting down on the floor as you're walking. You could be talking, but you're videotaping your feet walking. That's always kind of a fun thing. Um, Fun way of kind of being on video, but not really. But yeah, those are my suggestions. And getting you from behind too, like so that you're not necessarily looking at the camera, but you're talking and you don't want to be on camera. Some people are really camera shy. I know myself, not necessarily camera shy, but I'm very judgmental when it comes to me. Like, oh, I don't like the way my hair looks. Any other questions? Oh, Rachel, did I answer your question? I got the sun coming in now.
Yep. Yeah, you answered that.
Okay.
I have one more.
Yeah.
So for the businesses that are on right now, we have food businesses, we have service businesses. What would you recommend as a platform for that type of business? Based on your knowledge and expertise, what have you seen work better for restaurants versus service businesses with the different platforms?
Sure. So Facebook works great for restaurants because it's a great place for someone to be able to see their like you can post a menu. Yeah, I found that restaurants perform better on Facebook. It's just a larger, you're getting more eyeballs, it's a bigger platform. Yeah. And then sorry, and you said service-based. Service-based Instagram, but also Facebook too, because you can create groups. Actually, you can create groups in Instagram too. But you have to have a certain amount of followers. With Facebook, you can create private groups. So if you're a service-based business and let's say you're doing maybe you're having an event coming up, you can create a group for that event and invite people into there to make it a more of an intimate experience. But with, I believe both platforms, because they're both from the Meta, under Meta, you can add a calendar. So for service-based, it really depends on, like I said, Facebook, but you can also do it on Instagram and connect your calendar. So if you wanted people to set up appointments and stuff like that, they can do it directly through, like linking it from your accounts.
Thanks. And how about, on Facebook you can do paid you can boost your
Boost your
stories,
post.
you can boost your post.
Yeah.
What is your thoughts on boosting specific like if you have a special that you're planning, let's just say you're planning a Christmas event at the restaurant, or you're doing a type of training and you want to boost that, like what's your thoughts on boosting your Facebook post? Do you see that you get a bigger reach? How does that work?
With boosting posts, they're not they don't get as much reach as if you go into your ad campaign and actually set up your targeting, really set up your demographic. But not to say that boosted post will still get you more reach than just a plain old post. It definitely will get you some more reach, but a more bang for your buck would be to actually go in and set it up properly.
Thanks. And how about like when you do post and you, it's like you and I were marketing this event, and I would tag you and you would tag me. Do you
Yeah,
find when businesses tag collaborators, it helps promote their businesses easier?
absolutely. Because you're getting the viewers, the followers from your collaborator account as well as your account. So you're getting double, or like you're getting both sides. Extra viewers are on that post. And so for sure, tagging someone is so important. That's why if like getting user generated content, if you can get someone to tag your account on their post, it's such a great way to get extended reach.
And then for those of us who are still new to like social media, what are the types of platforms you can use to create posts?
Well, I love Canva. I mean, I started off using uh, Photoshop, all the Adobe products, Adobe creative products. Um, but Canva is a game changer. You can use the free platform, but I always encourage to get the paid version of Canva. It's I believe it was $130 or something like this for the year. And you get access to a huge library of videos, a stock video, stock images, templates, fonts. You can really be so creative with it and not be restricted to, I mean, the free is fine, but honestly, it's worth getting that. And if you pay for the year, it's a much better price than paying monthly.
Have you used the little version, the little feature on Canva with the AI? Have you tried
Yeah.
that before? I
Yeah.
dabbled in it a little bit. It helps, like for me, when she can't, like she said, she gets a mental block. That's where the AI prompt comes in and say, "Hey, I'm trying to do this. What do you think about that?" And they give you all these ideas, and then you can grab
Yeah.
pick what you want. So I find that helpful too.
Yeah. Kim, you have a question or a comment?
I do. Yes. So I'm wondering your thoughts about my service-based business. I have capacity for 15, 16 clients, and I
Okay.
have not yet decided if I'm willing to at some point go beyond that by hiring another Kimberly. So I'm wondering, I guess what's holding me back from starting social media is that I'm afraid it will be too much attention or maybe too many leads when really I only want to focus on 15 clients. What do you think about that concern?
That is such a common concern. What if I do so well that I can't keep up, right? It's a great problem to have. So I would suggest that do it. Have that problem. Have so many leads that you have to say, I can service you, but it's going to be, I probably won't be able to get to you for a few months, a few weeks, a few months. I have this other service provider who is wonderful. I will recommend them.
Okay.
Like you could do something like that, but don't let that hold you back.
Okay. So the idea of creating a scarce environment
Yeah.
is still okay and to
Yeah.
continue to post even through that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
You could also, what if you find that you were at capacity, but one of your clients, I don't know, your time has been cleared up. You could always post and say, I have availability for October.
Mm,
I have
okay.
one spot available for October. Um, Please DM me if you're interested or if you want to learn more about my services.
Okay. I like that because people will be watching, right? If they're
Yeah,
still interested, they'll see that.
absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. And then you can always talk about, um, give people little tips and hints on your as content for your posts. So let's say you are at capacity. The batch creation is really a wonderful thing to do in your case because you know what to expect. You kind of have an, you know, it's you're offering the service that it comes like it's accounting, right?
Yes.
So April's coming down the pipeline and the deadlines are approaching. You can start in January and start doing some pre-content building and start posting and have it scheduled ahead of time so that people are seeing your posts. And if they haven't, and then you can add some tips too, right, for the tax season. And but maybe
Okay.
even you can start in November, actually. And just as a reminder that, you know, year end is coming and we don't want to be stuck on April 30th not having your taxes done or something. Or April, is it
Mm-hmm.
April 1st or April 30th? Anyways, what doesn't matter.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm. But
Okay.
it's different for businesses.
Yeah. Thank
Yeah.
you for that.
Yeah, no problem.
Oh, I could suggest too as well to Kim is I echo what Nelia said about putting out that you have one spot available, but also to you could probably create a wait list.
Hmm.
If you
Okay.
do reach that capacity of 15 clients, and then you do have like say two more people reached out, say, hey, we're at max, but I can I can put you on our wait list, and if anything opens up, I can reach out to you and see
Yep.
if that works.
That's a
Okay.
great tip. Yeah. Yeah. Great tip. So with Melanie, not to put you on the spot, but your electrical services, I would suggest is probably very similar to Kim in the sense that, you know, you can only have so many clients, otherwise you're maxed out all your contractors or your if it's just one electrician, but then you're still putting content out and then once that availability comes up, you can add another client. Some great tips there.
The other thing I was wondering about too is, you know, we service like a geographical location.
Yeah.
So which platform is easiest to kind of target in, like, is that something I can set in my demographics in Facebook or maybe it doesn't matter? I don't know.
So Facebook is a great way to set up if you're doing ads to do your demographic. Hashtags, really important if you want to do local and if you want to do some specific content. Um, so for example, you could use hashtags like all the service areas that you work in, and you can just do a search for hashtags in Wellington North. I'm 100% sure that there's a few hashtags for that encompass Wellington North, that encompass Minto, um, even Wellington County, Southgate, Grey County, but including all those. So there's a maximum, I think, of 30 hashtags you can include in one given post. The other thing you could do is um, like if there's a specific post that you're putting out and it's I don't know, fire safety month, you want to put something out in regards to electrical safety or something like that, you could hashtag that particular event that you're trying to promote. And I like to also include a hashtag for your business and then include that in your posts. And then if you're getting feedback from customers or you're requesting reviews from customers, you can always have them tag you and include the hashtag. Great questions.
Sorry. So how do you know about, like, how do you know hashtags or search for hashtags to add to your post? Because that's sometimes one of my challenges. Like, how do you
Okay.
know what to use for
So
hashtags?
you can do a Google search. You can use ChatGPT. You can, I don't know about Canva, probably you could use Canva, but I'm going to show you, try to show you on my phone. Let's see, I'll go to post. Let's try this one next. Okay, so I'm working on a caption for a post, okay? And then I'm going to use the hashtag here. I'm just going to type that in. And then I'm going to just start typing. So let's see, cafe. So I just start typing the word cafe and a whole bunch of ideas come up. And then you select the one that you feel is relevant for the content that you're posting for that subject line. The other thing you could do, so if it's a holiday, you could put Christmas, for example. Also, again, you get more options to pick from.
Oh, okay.
So you just put the hashtag in front, and if you have a kind of an idea of what you're looking for to hashtag, then just start typing it.
Okay. So do you have to do it for each word, or can you just write a sentence and then the hashtag?
Hashtag is typically a word or a phrase.
Okay.
Yeah, like for
Without
example,
spaces.
right, without spaces. So for example, this one here says Christmas gift ideas.
Okay.
So it's all one without spaces, all one section, one line.
Okay.
But between each hashtag or between each kind of thought, you have to have that hashtag symbol.
Okay. All right.
Okay?
Thank you.
Yeah, no problem.
Okay, so we are 2 minutes out from our wrap-up time. If anybody else has any questions, if not, we will be sending this video as well as Nelly is going to send me the slides and I will send that out to you. We do have an upcoming session on October 1st. Do you want to tell them about that session, Nelia?
Yeah, so thank you for introducing that. I almost forgot about that. October 1st, it's going to be an evening session and it's going to be in person at Launch It. So I will be there just kind of like today. We'll be going over social media, kind of touching on what we talked about today, but you'll bring your laptop, whatever device you create on. Hopefully it's your laptop because that is, I find it's the best. Although Instagram and TikTok, using your phone is has a few extra options. But I'll be helping you through and we can create something together. Get set up, create a post and what have you. If you're working on something and you feel stuck, bring that along and we can work on it together. And
Awesome.
yeah.
Thank you. And you can find that session. You can look on to launchitminto.com in our trainings tab, and you'll find that session that you can book that session as well to sign up for it. And you will also get from me today a quick survey. If you can spend it takes you 2 minutes, spend 2 minutes just to fill out the survey. Give us your feedback on today's session, as well as what type of sessions you'd like to see in the future. It would really help us improve our service to you. And if there's nothing else anybody has to ask, I'd just like to say thank you so much for joining us today. I hope you got some tips, you got some creative juices flowing, you have some ideas on how you want to take your social media presence into the social media world. And if there's anything you need, just reach out to myself, and I can also put you on to Nelia for further assistance otherwise. So thank you guys for being here.
I would like to say thank you too. It has been a pleasure to be here with you today. And like Rachel said, if you have any other questions, please do not hesitate to reach out. I will have my contact information on you can find it all on the slide that I'll be providing from the presentation today. Just because my name is a bit cumbersome, some people have trouble with it. It's Nelia Ricardo-Wodiany at gmail.com. And then my website is soulcreativestudioWithNelia.com. So if you wanted to check it out, but like I said, it'll be on the slide on the PDF that I provide. Yeah, it's been a pleasure getting to
Thanks,
meet you.
Nelia.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Thank you.
everyone.
Awesome. Have
Bye.
everyone have a great day.
You too.